Hi Cancer, this is your September 2020 tarot forecast. So guys, this is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you're a Cancer Venus, I would really approach this reading as a love or romance reading, or creative if you're an artist or you're interested in the arts. Otherwise, we're looking at behavior, feelings, and direction for the month of September. Okay, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What do you need to know for September 2020? Messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for September 2020. All right, so the ending of something at the beginning of the month. You could be turning over a new leaf on something. The end on something that felt like probably a lot of effort. Something that felt like an uphill battle, like you thought was never going to end. It could have to do with work. Income, work, say a benefactor, actual job, employment, this type of thing. Very interesting. You could be dealing with a Leo individual as well. A little bit of a heartache here. There's definitely a relationship with the past here for the first couple of weeks of the month. Really nice, guys. So we do have 2 aces. Okay, we have 3 aces. Very interesting. It's not very often I see this. So 3 aces, success and wealth. So we have our Ace of Swords, Cups, and Pentacles here. The only ace we're missing, obviously, is the Ace of Fire, or Wands, as it were. But we do have the King of Wands, which is an extremely mature, I would say, version of the new interest. This is the matured inspiration, right? The matured attraction, the matured benefactor, the person who willingly gives and provides. If this is a man in your life, Cancer, I would say that this is a Leo individual or someone who is just heavily sort of influenced by 5th house energy. So this is definitely a family man, right? So whatever that family means to him, whatever that family looks like, this is definitely someone who's interested in family, but also creativity, love, and romance, just as, you know, by design, just by design. This isn't a person who has to, say, go looking for it or anything like that. It's just someone who, you know, easily invites these types of things into his or her life. But it is interesting to see rather, and I'll get into these in detail in just a second, but it is interesting to see that the 10 of Wands around this individual could feel one of 2 ways. Either something around a Leo individual or home and hearth or creativity, even romance, is going to feel like an uphill battle, or this person is going to come along and help ameliorate that uphill battle for you. But interesting to see all these aces, as I said. Bottom of the deck energy, of course, this is sort of the basket that everything sits in here. Or this is the blanket it all cozies up in for the month. But for the whole month, this is definitely something or someone new. I do treat the Pentacles or Earth cards as a noun, right? A person, place, or thing. But the Ace of Pentacles, and we'll get into all these aces, it's just always something new. It is always a wonderful omen. So I would even say here, if you've been waiting for, say, a new asset, a new car, a new home, a new job, even a new love interest, something that could rock your world here, it looks like. Something that could be very, very exciting. It probably even very fulfilling here. You know, this could offer a lot of excitement this month. And certainly with the Ace of Pentacles, we are looking at a person, place, or thing that is of value. This is a seed that's been planted. This is a very valuable concept or notion or asset that is is going to grow. Something here has been planted already and it's going to grow. Now, do you have to tend to it? If you're aware of it, I think it's best to do that. But emotional security, financial gain, big parts of this, right? Really gorgeous. Also, when we're looking at pentacles, we're looking at solidity. We're looking at stability and solidity of the person, place, or thing. So really gorgeous energy, particularly, as I said, for the month. Like whatever, there is a little bit of an upset here between the foundation and what's crowning you. But you know what? It's just a realization. I don't think anything, intense is going to be lost because of it. And it could just be more about a yearning or even a remembering. And we'll look at that in a moment. As I said, the situation is the 10 of Wands. It is qualified or crossed by the King of Wands. And like I said, I spoke about this a little bit at the beginning, that this is going to feel like an uphill battle. It's going to feel a little bit stressful, but you got this, right? Like you got it. You were built for this. You know how to do it. You can carry it through. I think success is sort of built into this as well. I think by the time you're at the 10 of Wands and it's crossed by, or in this case supported by this sort of enterprise, this independent, very, I would say even spotlight friendly, showy type of, very lively, loving, generous, fifth house influenced individual, right? So someone who has a really positive spin on life, etc. So like I said, it's going to go one or the other way. It's going to be that this person or this situation is going to make this feel uphill, or after this uphill battle, you're going to sort of achieve this success and financial, I would even say, go so far as to say security, right down to landing a new job, right? Could be that you had been waiting on something as well. And here we're still in, I would say, the first 10 days of the month anyway. So whatever is going on that's a little bit heavy here with regard to the foundation and what's crowning you, it's really just going on in your head and heart. It really isn't going on that much around you. But you could be influenced, obviously, about what's going on around you. But this is very interesting. These are both energies, regardless of their suits. Of course, they're opposites, but both of these energies, again, the Six of Cups at the foundation of the month for you, at least for the first 2 weeks for you. The foundation here around this situation is a longing, right? You're longing for something. You're yearning. There's a seeking. There could be some sort of romantic or sentimental desire here as well. And then, like I said, there's at the crowning rather, is another sort of memory. There's this sort of what's already happened type energy, and that's the Three of Swords. Now this is heartache. Now you're either looking back on past heartache or you're pulling in old heartache into your present day. I'm not sure why really. I mean, you're gonna have to figure this out for yourselves as you go through the month here, but this could just be confirmative, or it could be something to be alert to so that you don't fall into this. But it is interesting to see that both the foundation and what's crowning you really looks like a little bit of perhaps an overinvestment in the past. So I would just say, by the first 10 to 14 days of the month, if you can pull your head and pull your heart out of the past, out of, say, having been hurt before, and out of, say, longing for something that you may or may not ever get, and just sort of maybe just living in the moment, being here, being present, because the recent past and the recent future is so exploratory and it's so full of love. It's so full of love. This is actually an offer of new love. This is an investment in love. This is an offer of love. This is the spark of love. There's a great deal of, I would add, even like a spiritual advancement, a spiritual awareness that's available to you here with the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is just welcome wherever you are. Happiness, it's really in conjunction here with this Ten of Cups, which is pure happiness also, but deep relationships are indicated here as well. And by deep, they mean with cups, right? We're looking at your emotional world. So there are some more feminine parts associated with this, but as I said, spiritual aspects are very much associated as well. Joy, happiness, and love. Personal relationships, all areas of your life is very much indicated here in your recent past, just coming into the month. This could even just feel like you have to take on a major task here, possibly around this new love as well. Who knows, right? It is a general reading for a lot of different, say, influences, like Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So, you know, this could easily be a love reading for you. But all the same, this could just be about deciding what you really want to do because something in the past didn't work out, and you're not going to wallow in it. You're just willing to make a move with a full heart and choosing happiness, because your near future is the world, and this is Saturnic, a tectonic change. Something, at least by the second week of the month here, guys, is really going to flip on its head here. Now, I'm not seeing the Tower, so I'm not saying something's going to be pulled out from under your feet, but I am saying that huge shifts in both your behavior and certainly your feelings and even your desires and goals. Something that's new to you, something that offers security and development and pleasure, is in your near future, or at least it's being offered to you here in the near future. And this is thrilling. This is a real big sort of cosmic leveling up, right? I mean, you've gone through the entire, once you get to the world, you've gone the gamut of the major arcana. So that's really nice to see, and especially because the Ace of Cups and the World are mirroring each other, you have this emotional element matched with this leveling up. So this could easily be a spiritual, very, you know, like high level spiritual month for you there, Cancers. Here in the position of how you see yourself as someone who has to make a decision, it's so interesting to me to see a smaller sort of, like a lower on the totem version of making a decision, choices, directions, trying to juggle two things at once. And this is the behavior. This is what it looks like when you do that. It could be a little bit exhausting, but you can handle it. And the Lovers, on the other hand, now this is your advice card to juggle, to handle something here. But how you see yourself as someone who's going to make a really highly evolved decision around a love interest. Now, is it love for a person or a place or a thing? Person, place, or thing, I'm not sure. That's up to your circumstances, but the Lovers is really speaking to your highest abilities. What is going to bring out the best in you? What is the highest you have to offer? And that's a beautiful place to come from and to even be considering here, because how others are seeing you is someone who has so much love and joy and commitment to family, to friends, to joy, and just by virtue of happiness. This is also a very deep and fulfilling relationship. So good marriage commitments are situated here in how other people are seeing you. This is you're being seen definitely as someone who is able to heal friction within relationships. Definitely the attainment of a long sought after goal. This could be this love interest or this creative project. So in your hopes and fears, you do have a moment of clarity or even a sense of victory here with the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords comes with a lot of sort of intellectual prowess. There could be something like a great sudden understanding of something, but ultimately a victory, and one that has to do with the mind, with communication, with your thought process. So again, mental focus is victorious here. Success, again, new beginnings. Strength of will, really understanding what to say, when to say it. Intellectually speaking, this is a really fun card. This is knowing that you're capable of reaching new mental heights, right? Intellectual heights. And I just want to look at the three aces again. Just 1 second. Yeah, success and wealth. This is very exciting for you. What I may do here, I'm at the 14 minutes. I am curious to get a qualifier for this too, just because it's really, really low after some on the totem, after some pretty heavy energies here. So I'm going to pull another card to qualify this. But as your advice card, you do have the Two of Pentacles. Obviously, it's a step up from what has just been planted. The Two of Pentacles isn't a bad energy, but it is challenging, and it does mean that there's a little bit of a juggling act between this and that. It could be two partnerships. It could be between, if this is a love reading, it could be between two lovers, two jobs. For example, if this is about a job or a career or an investment that you've made, This could be about how to juggle them or how to invest regarding those investments. I would like to qualify the Two of Pentacles as an advice for Cancer, September 2020. Guys, oh my God, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell, but I really literally just talked about the Ace of Wands, and I literally just said the word Tower. So also, Cancer, I want you to know I don't edit my videos on purpose for reasons like this, because sometimes I don't know if people would believe me, but actually just jumps out of the deck when I'm reading for you guys. So yeah, that's the reason I don't edit these down. Two of Pentacles is qualified, so what are you juggling? The possible ending or beginning of a new relationship, career, or way of life. Guys, it's also the fourth ace. I'm kind of freaking out. Don't hate me. Powerful forces at work. Okay, guys, you just, for the record, hopefully you can see this, but pause it if you have to. We were at success and wealth just a second ago because, you know, three aces, no big deal, but also kind of big deal. And then Shazam, do not recall the last time I saw four aces in a tarot reading. I think this happened recently for a live reading, for an in-person reading, but very rarely is this happening for a general reading, right? This is just so rare, which makes it a little bit more exceptional from my standpoint. Powerful forces at work, guys. No laughing matter. This is no small matter. And the Tower is designed to do one of two things. It is to tear away what wasn't built to last so that you can start again on something solid, or it was to reveal something that wasn't good for you so that you can start over. This is absolutely, and I'm not being facetious, and I'm really not trying to be overly dramatic, but this is stunning. This is a gorgeous reading. And look at that, just what you wanted to come out of that 10 of Wands. There's your Ace of Wands. What did I say? That's crazy. Like crazy in the coolest way. Yeah, it could just be all about, this could be your love affair weekend. Like I said, it could be about a job. It could be about freedom. We had freedom just jump out there. You know, a sense of being maybe able to leave your past behind finally. Finding faith and hope in the present moment. Could be dealing with a Libra. You could be dealing with a Leo, Gemini. What else do I see here? There could be some Saturn influence. Saturn is ruled by... Saturn rules Capricorn, rather. You could be dealing with a Capricorn or 10th house. This could have to do with work, could have to do with your status, marital or otherwise, how you're seen, how you want to be seen. Wow, guys, what a beautiful reading. I would say if this is a relationship reading of any sort, though, frankly, this is just quite beautiful. You have literally all the aces. You have all the aces, guys. This is just lovely. Interesting. So we do have an ex or an old way of life that's going to be featured here in a moment. And I'm going to look at that in particular. Deep knowing is a psychic revelation. So I would say whatever you have going on in your stomach and your heart, if there's butterflies, if you have what's called, you know, an inkling, you had knots in your stomach, you got butterflies, you had... I don't know, something give you the chills, something gave you goosebumps, stuff like that that you can't typically say, oh, that's what it was, that you can't really put your finger on, you don't really understand it, but something's going on like behind the scenes or under the surface and not even really maybe understanding it. And that's just standing to reason, to be honest with you, because there's so much that's new about this that it's kind of like maybe just go with it, maybe just go with the flow right now, because on a deep level, I think on a deep level, as long as you feel safe and you do feel loved and you do feel some excitement here, and it's getting you out of a period of, you know, say the past or a sentimentality here, I would ride on this deep knowing and just enjoy that, enjoy a little bit of the mystery here. So here's where we're looking at some Libra energy. This is Crow. This is looking at justice. So easily speaking here, there could have to be something having to do with justice, legalities, contracts, alliances, but also basic opposites, right? Night and day, man, woman, black, white. what you're showing and what's hidden, okay? Remember, it's the crow's reflection in the water that they see, but the reflection doesn't necessarily match reality sometimes. So it's good. A balance is really important here as well. Freedom was the first card to jump out. Freedom feels so good. And this is how I know, for example, this is how you're going to trust this deep knowing, Cancer. You're going to trust the deep knowing because it's going to make you feel free. Anything that doesn't make you feel free or holds you back or makes you feel bad or brings you into the past or makes you feel like you don't deserve something, etc., that's what you're going to help get away from. Whatever doesn't make you free, you're going to move away from. And then guys, look, release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So I would, yes, 4 aces, yes, clear your energy. Let's release everything from the past here this month, guys. Make a point of it because so much new beauty and opportunity is about to be delivered to you. You just have to accept. You just have to accept the good. So Cancer, I love reading for you guys, by the way. So thank you so much for being here. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, thank you so much for watching and comment if you have a second. I love you all. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.